Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
Well, Michigan Section PGA is having its spring scramble here at Eagle Crest Golf Club, and with us is Stephanie Jennings from Meadowbrook, and who also has Eastern ties. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. How can you not enjoy this day today? I mean, my golf game wasn't too great. Our team didn't do very well, but I don't care. It was the best day so far this year.
The first thing I noticed is you called together all the other Eastern alums. There were a whole bunch. How did you know there were so many?
Well, actually, Jordan Young, he graduated a couple of years before me, he kind of like rounded us all up, and I knew by looking at the list of most of them who were playing. I didn't know Kevin Muir was a grad and a couple other guys, but several of them I actually played here with. You know, they were on the men's team, I was on the women's team, so it was great to have us all back together and get that picture, because we don't get together very often.
So having the spring scramble here was another great chance for that.
It was, and it's a great challenge. I mean, they've made some, from when I graduated here, made some wonderful changes to the golf course, and just it keeps getting better. I mean, this area over here, it used to be the putting green, now it's a great short game area. The range, we used to hit in the back of the range, and now I'm sure the teams get to hit from the top of the range, and it's beautiful. And just the views of the lake, which we never really got to see before. So, and that it's really posed some good challenges, and I love it. I love the change, and I know Pina, the women's coach here, they had a tournament finally, so it's good to see a women's tournament coming out here. So it shows that it's a challenging enough golf course in the NCAA. And so that's good to see as an alumni.
That's an interesting way to look at it.
Right.
The course has always been scenic, but in order to present a challenge for really good golfers, they've made a number of differences. And how does that work? Talk about a hole where that made a difference.
So, for instance, number 2. Really short par 4 in general, but now that a lot of the trees that were around the lake are out, it brings the wind into play in a whole different way. And that green is fairly small, and so any little miss in your, you could be in the water because it could roll so far, but that hole in particular I think really made the difference. And I have to say I'm pretty happy that they cut the tree down on 11. That was when I was going to make that our senior prank to cut it down, but that didn't really happen. So it was nice to see that tree's gone. It's a hard enough hole as it is, so to have that tree in front was outrageous. Yeah.
Well, Stephanie, I noticed that you and Christy from Oakland Hills are the only 2 women who are playing today.
Yeah.
Where are the rest of them?
I'm asking the same question, right? Yeah, I mean, a lot of times there's very few women playing in the Michigan PGA events because we're so spread out. A lot of them are very, very much spread out throughout the state. I know some of the other tournaments, like next week the Pro, there'll probably be a few more ladies. So I feel I'm on the board for the Michigan PGA. So I feel it's a little bit of my responsibility to start bringing the women more into the fold. We got Terry Ryan, we have Mary Jo Bussey, who are in this side of the state. So people who have been involved in golf a lot in this area and throughout the state, that I think from a female perspective try to help us get together a little bit more.
Well, between you and Christy, you had great representatives of the rest of us.
We're trying. I mean, we both kind of didn't really like our golf game so much, but then again, we're not practicing like we used to practice, and I have kids, and she's busy with her life, and so yeah, we all got things going on outside of practicing golf.
Well, that's the one thing I noticed today. So many pros and so many people in the golf business don't have very much time to play, so all of a sudden everybody's here playing, and that in itself is just wonderful.
It is. It is. And really the push in the golf industry is to make that time to play. Play with your members, play with your customers, get out and play more. That's how we got into the game. And how can we be good golf professionals if we're not out there playing and representing and showing our abilities, because that's how we got into it. So I think just a little bit more effort on our parts has to be made, and just say, okay, we are going to make time for 9. We can make time for 9, or we can go out and play 4 holes with somebody, or it doesn't have to always be 18 holes. Just make ourselves visible on the golf course, I think is very important.
And you mentioned kids. How old are yours?
I have an 8-year-old who thinks she's 18, and I have a 3-year-old. So 8 and 3. Yep. They're a handful, but they're so fun. They golf. They're getting into golf. The 3-year-old, it blows me away how much she likes golf. So, yeah.
Great. So it's your own way to grow the game.
That's what we're trying. Just 2 people at a time. No, but we're trying.
Well, Stephanie, thanks for talking with us, and thanks for coming out here on this wonderful day.
I'm glad you guys are here. This is a beautiful day. So thank you.
You're welcome.